What would you do? Would you say yes?
Okay, so I think it's probably fair that I
Explain
give a little
how any of
context
this
as to how
came about.
this situation really started.
There's this YouTube channel. You may have heard of it. It's called Yestheory. The channel is all about spreading the message of seeking discomfort, saying yes to things, and going out of your comfort zone. It's one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and back in May 2018, a little over a year ago, they created a Facebook group for people who follow the channel to meet up in real life. That group basically made my summer. I've met some of my best friends in Montreal. Through that group, I met people while traveling in Iceland who visited Montreal, Guatemala, Mexico, Paris, London. It's incredible. It's my favorite thing on Facebook. Because of the nature of the group, a lot of people post challenges. Sometimes it's something simple like, hey, let's send postcards to each other. But every once in a while, you get something that's a little more out there.
For as long as I can remember, my friends have always made my love life, or lack of love life, the topic of discussion.
A few weeks ago, there was this girl who posted on the group, starting off with the sentence, okay, this might be one of the stupidest things I've ever done, or maybe it's the greatest thing. Guess only hindsight will tell. But I have a proposition for one of y'all.
Basically, every time we get together, it's brought up, which is incredibly amusing to everybody, not particularly me. But now my friend is getting married.
On February 23rd, and there is a running joke in my friend group that I will not show up with a +1.
And on the wedding invitation, she gave me a +1, which, you know, is fair. But because I'm living in Milan, and because I am me, my friend was very apprehensive as to if I was going to bring one. Initially I said, no, I'm probably not going to bring one.
In fact, I'm being sat at a table filled with couples.
Then I thought about it, and I know that she's sitting me at a table filled with friends who are all couples. She even made a comment saying that I could go with one of my other friends whose girlfriend is in Europe. Like, I don't need a pity date. Thank you very much.
And while that is absolutely hilarious and not even remotely embarrassing,
and I'm like, you know what?
I kind of just wanted to stick it to them.
So I thought, what better way than to find a date who's a stranger? Yeah, so that's where I came upon yestheory. I heard that they had a group on Facebook where it's a bunch of like-minded people who want to seek discomfort. I thought, okay, I'll post a message seeing if, you know, anybody would be interested.
So without trying to come off sounding completely sad or desperate, my therapist tells me that desperation is not an attractive quality. Do any of you want to crash a wedding in the most below average city in Ontario, Canada? I realize I haven't made this offer very exciting at all, but there will be an open bar and I can provide you with enough embarrassing moments to share with your friends later. Please save me from resorting to Craigslist.
Because it goes through a moderation process, a post doesn't get posted right away. So I kind of forgot about it, and a couple days later I went back and checked it out, and it had just gotten posted. And I got it.
I thought it was hilarious.
The response was ridiculous.
I put my hand up, and so did about 100 other people. The post blew up.
So many comments and likes, people saying that they would be totally down to be a +1.
Never been to a wedding before, so I thought could be the perfect opportunity to go to one in a fun way.
Then I got a bit overwhelmed. How am I supposed to choose? I didn't think I was gonna have options. I thought there was probably gonna be like a handful of people. So many people were interested in this. I mean, this is the most interest in my social life I have ever had, honestly.
She ended up picking someone else. So I moved on with my life.
Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. And the guy who was supposed to be the original wedding date, you know, had problems with money and stuff.
But then a week later, I get a message.
I thought it would be better just to find someone who is closer in age, doesn't have to travel very far. Ideally, had never been to a wedding or was doing something out of their comfort zone, and just seemed like a cool person, someone that I had interest with, you know, like mutual interests.
You know when you're not friends with someone on Facebook and they send you a message and it goes into message requests? Well, I got one of those. So I saw her name and it saw Joss. And I thought, Joss. I recognize that name. Where do I know that name from? I swear I've seen that name. Oh, it's the wedding girl.
So yeah, that's how I found. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so like, is it Lashan or Lashan. So sorry in advance because of that.
So I opened it and it said, "Hey Lashan, the guy who's supposed to be my +1 had to bail as it was a bit too far for him. You still down?" My God, I freaked out. I said yes. I didn't know what to do, just being spontaneous and just jumping on the moment. Bought my ticket, my first ever wedding, and it's going to be as the wedding date of a complete stranger who I've never met to the wedding of 2 other complete strangers in a random city in Ontario, Canada.
My friend is convinced that whoever I'm bringing doesn't actually exist because I might have told her on the seating chart to put Orlando Bloom as my date. Okay. But you know what? It's going to be a fun time, so...
This is nuts. How does this happen?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Part of the adventure was just getting there. I nearly missed my flight. Okay, so right now I have my suit, trying to figure out what white shirt to wear. The thing with all of this is that I haven't really processed how crazy it is. I said yes to it. That whole day I'm like, this is amazing. And then I've tried not to process it at all. And now it's hitting me the day I have to leave. I have like 1 hour before I have to leave. Got my suit, got my bag. Let's go. So I'm trying to catch the bus to the airport, and I don't think this is gonna work. This is the street I'm supposed to catch the bus from. This is holding me up. And that's my bus. And the bus goes all the way down this road. Am I gonna miss my flight? I don't know. Made it to the airport. I have about 55 minutes until my flight leaves. I think I should be good. Okay, Toronto. There we go. Air Transat.
Mesdames et messieurs, dernier appel d'embarquement du vol Air Transat 460 à destination de Toronto à la porte 57. Tous les patrons pour un appel d'embarquement final. Passager Martin Girard et passager Serge. Passager Serge à la base.
So I made it. One thing, don't say its final call, make me run across the entire airport when there's a line. So I've touched down in Toronto, and you can see here she was active 17 minutes ago, and my messages have not reached her yet. I'm really lost in the airport. I have no idea where to go. Like, the signage is really bad. I don't have a phone number, and she hasn't even received my messages. So yeah, let's see if anything happens, or if I'm just stuck here for no reason. I don't know if the girls are going to respond to my messages, and yeah, I just really want to get out of here at least. Random stranger on the internet. I love it.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
It's my dad.
After meeting with Joss and her dad, we dropped by her house for a quick drink, and then we headed to the bride's house where everyone was staying the night before the wedding. On Joss's side, she didn't tell the bride anything about me. just that she had a date. On the way there, we were debating what kind of story we should make up as to how we met, but then we decided that the truth was a good enough story on its own. So the bride's house is 2 stories with a huge window on the 2nd story facing the street, which is where the lounge room was, where everyone was hanging out. So as soon as our car pulled up, everyone got out of their chairs and just started looking through the window like this, thinking like, who is this person? Just curious. We went in and then just the bride was absolutely hilarious. I think her reaction was the best out of anyone that we told the story to. We didn't record it though, unfortunately, but it was hilarious. She was asking things like, can I have ID? Who the f are you? She thought the story was absolutely hilarious. It was an amazing reaction. Their whole family was amazing, absolutely amazing people. Just forewarning that the rest of this video is a lot of random bits and pieces and very little vlogging, as I didn't really want to make this day about me, but hopefully you get the gist. It was pretty wild. It was really wild. It's a couple hours before.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a dress that's very similar to the bridesmaids.
Exactly the same, almost. I got suited up. How do you feel?
I exhausted already and it hasn't begun. I'm needing a drink.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh, Christina, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm going to start bawling.
I hear her reading.
Hello.
I wore the same color dress as the groom was wearing at Tux last weekend.
Do you forgive me?
It's 1, 2, 3, okay? Especially the dessert. Ready for date?
Yeah, so basically, okay, I don't know. What's the fastest way to explain the story?
So I figured I'd post in that group and
There's like 75,000 people on it from all over the world. And she asked, hey, does anyone want to crash a wedding in Ontario? And
I think you guys were like dating or something.
no. The guy's supposed to be my +1, dropped out. Are you still down? I'm like, yeah, okay. So I bought the flight. Can I do the Sambuca?
Yes, you can have Sambuca. There you go.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hey guys, cheers.
We've known each other for less than 24 hours.
Really?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wait, you think I'm that desperate? And I know you guys would make comments.
Yeah.
So I just said, you know that, you even know. There's a group on Facebook, and there was like a ridiculous amount of response. I didn't think, I thought there was like maybe 5 people, but
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to see it?
Just even the first sentence is so jostling. Okay, this might be one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I guess how many dick pics did you get out of this?
not. So how did you decide on who's going to go with you?
I was not having a boyfriend. Did you order them about me?
She did.
Hey, we don't know that. Hey, we don't know that. We don't know that for sure. She doesn't discuss.
Oh my gosh.
She gives us answers like
It's
this.
garbage.
Yeah, we always she never addresses the question. She just, I'm shocked.
I'm not
Yeah.
really shocked. I'm just like,
You do say that.
what side are you on?
She hasn't said brilliant.
I know, actually.
You got back from England and you were saying brilliant, like,
No, just bro.
oh, sorry.
I was in
And we've all been waiting for. Please stand up. Please rise. Are we ready to welcome the new Let us count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a great pleasure to do you for the first time our newlyweds as Mr.
Hey Joss, just wanted to thank you again for inviting me along for this crazy weekend. I'm honestly so glad I said yes to this. You, your family, friends, and everyone else's families were so lovely and welcoming and all the best type of crazy. The whole idea of you deciding to ask 75,000 strangers on the internet if one wanted to be your wedding date is equal parts bizarre, insane, and such a perfect embodiment of what Seeking Discomfort is all about. You literally joined the group just to propose this challenge, and it's honestly the most yes theory thing that's ever been posted on now. Coupled with the fact that this was my first ever wedding of two amazing, complete strangers, where I was the only one who didn't know anybody else, I'll remember this weekend for a very long time. It was so great to get to know you, hear your stories, and everything about your wild and partially vicarious life. Ironically, in this weekend of Seeking Discomfort, I found it comforting to find someone my age, navigating this world and its possibilities the same way I am, with no plan, and holding oneself to no set structure or desire to settle. Life is too short to take the comfortable beaten path when the unknown holds as many trials as it does amazing possibilities. At least for us. My life is headed into a complete unknown in the next few months, and this weekend reignited that drive in me to push through and keep taking risks, when I've had so many moments of thinking I could very easily give up and go back to Australia. I won't, so thank you for that. Wishing you all the best for your next year and a bit in Italy, and everything else that lies ahead. Until next time, Lashan. This is going to be a rough ride home. I'm going to catch a mega bus. It's been crazy windy. All the flights were cancelled. I mean, thank God I didn't get a flight. But I finally found the Toronto sign. At least, that's something. I'm on my way home right now. I had an amazing time. Absolutely amazing time. Joss is fantastic. My friends are crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. And I love them. Polish traditions were nuts. Absolutely nuts. Getting people's reactions were absolutely hilarious. Tina's reaction was the most golden. Not in the vlog because we didn't record it, but it was fantastic. The whole setup, I found it just so ridiculous. So yes theory, really. And I am so stoked. Thank you, Joss, for picking me and letting me be a part of this. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Now I have a new friend. I've met some amazing people in Mississauga, of all places. I can't feel my hands. So I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope all of you new people as well have enjoyed this video. I know the vlogging was a little haphazard from what you might have been expecting, but I didn't want to take away from actually enjoying the experience. But hope you enjoyed. Like it if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one, whatever that is. Okay, Lashan out.